one of the two representatives of our brothers to the north. We have already heard from one. These guys are smart. They came in early. This guy, a lean, mean Canadian, ready to hit the board and bring one home, not just for Edmonton, but for all of Canada, a volume shooter who always lands. We've heard from his brother. We now go to Edmonton. Tyler in Edmonton. Tyler, good luck. Good to have you. What's up?
I don't want anyone getting confused with what you just heard. That was the fit alarm. Don't believe me? Just take a look at my pictures, Romy. You know, I've been in America's head for the better part of 2018. Some might say I've created one of the biggest build-ups in Smackoff history. Everyone took the bait, Romy. Everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean guys like Mark in Boston sliding into my DMs looking for copies of my cheerleader pics. Really, Mark? Mike and Indy seen how quickly the jungle moved on without him. Carmelo Anthony thinks this drama queen needs to check himself. Mike brings everything to the jungle that Carmelo Anthony brings to the NBA. No desire, no defense, and no diamonds. To put it simply, he lacks in all things D. And how about them Vegas Golden Knights, Romy? Made it all the way to the finals, just a three-pump dump it away to the king, Alexander Ovechkin. Going to be just like the jungle's very own expansion franchise, Rick in Buffalo today. Rick is going to disappoint worse than pink balloons at a Hayward gender reveal party. And I don't want to hear about how Rick and Jeff are going to be duking it out for the title this year. The only thing those two guys are fighting over today is who gets to snug with Sister Jean first. Then we have the other Jeff, Jeff Passan, the coach's kid of the Smackoff field. It's funny, this guy had some amazing Caleb living in his mom's basement smack, but the guy basically is Caleb. Even has his dad Rome packing his lunch and constantly reminding him how smart he is just so he doesn't get intimidated by the big boys at school. And just like Caleb Passan, the majority of people hate you, and you'll never do better than your first crack at it when you finish third, you dweeb. All right, quick football take. Leave it to Mark in Hollywood to pose as the tough-as-hell Nick Foles catching a TD pass, when all he really ever does is stumble around in Tom Brady Butterfinger's ass to embarrassment like only Mark can. His team won the Super Bowl, and he admittedly couldn't even make it to the fireworks show with this lady at the end of the night. Wow, bro. You can picture this featherweight getting pulled over after one glass of cheap wine, Romy. Excuse me, sir. Where'd you say you're headed tonight? Back home to Philly. Sir, you're in California. I'm going to need you to spell your name so we can ID you in our system. B-I-T-C-H. Romy, this guy's a bigger mess than the clutch in that stoner-ass J.R. Swish. And speaking of stoners, you ever notice every good team has that one guy who's got a weird mix of talent and stupidity, you know? Bulls had Dennis Rodman back in the day. Browns have a guy like Josh Gordon. And you, Rome, you have Adam Hawk, the pigeon. And, you know, I'm curious how this works in the States. On one hand, you have Roseanne, a fat racist slob that tweets like Vic in NoCal, and she gets canned from her job. Then you have Trump, a fat racist slob that tweets like Vic in NoCal, and he's running your country. Now, you guys can say what you want about Justin Trudeau, but the last time I checked, Trudeau was getting blasted for being too accepting and not getting blasted for locking kids in cages. And don't even get me started on this space army thing, all right? Your guy Trump's theatrics are getting over on you guys worse than Left did in the last two Smackoffs. Let's just hope the collective brain power of the United Wastes of America don't make the mistake of letting Trump repeat like Left did. I mean, Left basically is the Donald Trump era of the Smackoff. What's even worse about Left is that he had to cash in all his Harvey Weinstein award points for a 30-second role with Terrence. It's kind of ironic, Romy. Left is famous for virgin smack on Caleb, but I don't know, you tell me, would you rather be Caleb or lose all your dignity and self-respect to Terrence? There were more downward dogs in that agreement between Left and Terrence than a hot yoga class. Left knew the only way he was going to go back-to-back is if he let that old creep Terrence see his back. I got to give props to our guy Terrence, though. He probably didn't pass out like Mark in Hollywood. And there you have it, Rome. Straight, chiseled, smack. I'm out.
All right, both Canadians in. Tyler in Edmonton. How do you score that? Americans. America. Get on Twitter. Hashtag it. Smackoff.